Arthur the Rat. Once there was a young rat named Arthur who could never make up his mind. Whenever his friends asked him he would like to go out with them, he would only answer, "I don't know." He wouldn't say yes or no either. He would always shirk making a choice. His aunt Helen said to him, "Now look here, no one is going to care for you if you carry on like this. You have no more mind than a blade of grass." One rainy day, the rat heard a great noise in the loft. The pine rafters were all rotten so that the barn was rather unsafe. At last, the joists gave way and fell to the ground. The walls shook, and all the rat's hair stood on end with fear and horror. "This won't do," said the captain. I'll send out scouts to search for a new home." Within 5 hours, the 10 scouts came back and said, "We found a stone house where there is room and board for all." where there is room and board for us all. There is a kindly horse named Nelly, a cow, a calf, and a garden with an elm tree. The rats crawled out of their little houses and stood on the floor in a long line. Just then, the old one saw Arthur. "Stop," he ordered coarsely. "You are coming, of course?" "I'm not certain," said Arthur, undaunted. "The roof may not come down yet." "Well," said the angry old rat, "we can't wait for you to join us. Right about face. March." Arthur stood and watched them hurry away. "I think I'll go tomorrow," he calmly said to himself. "But then again, I don't know. It's so nice and snug here." That night there was a big crash. In the morning some men, with some boys and girls, rode up and looked at the barn. One of them moved a board and he saw a young rat, quite dead, half in and half out of his hole. Thus the shirker got his due. Kit. The quick little kitten thinks it bit a pretty big fish. Dress. Many of Jeff's best friends slept in mesh tents in pleasant weather. Trap. The harrowing black cat dashes at any man and lands on the plate carriage. Lot. The honest swan stops and acknowledges the fox dodging the bothered wasp. Strut. Mother loves butter that comes from the southern countryside. Food. The butcher should put the pudding in the wooden nook to cook. Bath. Can half the staff ask to transfer to the enchanted castle in France? Cloth. Lawrence often offers Ross a Florida orange and horribly strong frothy Boston coffee. Nurse. The early bird preferred the earthy worm. Fleece. These unique machines teach people to speak and reason. Face. The raven waits until late day for the great wave to break. Palm. Father and Ma said to calm the facade in Nevada Plaza. Thought. The small walrus caught the hawk in the salty water. Goat. The rose slowly grows in Owen's old grove. Goose. Beautiful music booms and humans move to the groove. Price. The shy writer types at night to fight the silence in my mind. Choice. The spoiled boy hoists the toy from the soil. Mouth. Mountains of flowers crowd the grounds about the house. Near. Deirdre's fear seriously interferes with her ideal career. Square. Beware of scarce fairies, rare mares, and scary prairie bears. Start. The Sahara party marvels at the far start of the safari. North. Laura's warm aura reforms Thor's horse for the important war. Force. The adorable boar snores hoarsely and notoriously hoards imported pork. Cure. The tourist endures rural tours of Europe and procures gourmet bourbon. Happy. The coffee, salami, spaghetti, and macaroni are ready. Letter. Sugar covers the tiger's whiskers. Comma. Bertha's and Cinderella's saga is a drama. Major players are Richard, Wilbur and Harry are running around the treacherous river. Al, Linda and Ali pull belly muscles laughing laboriously. And G, the singing mockingbird is swinging on the ring and dings the awning. The thespians gather and breathe 3 authentic breaths together. H, Harry and Hilary happily harvest heaps of herbs behind the beehive. Yod, the cute, dutiful blue cuckoo resumes cooking suitable tunes enthusiastically. W, Will and Drew whistle when the wind blows between the whimsical weeping willows. In Mrs. Fanning is walking and hiking in Wyoming. As Susie lives in her sister's house on Easy Street with her Siamese cats and Siberian Husky dogs. I kind of learned Spanish and French traveling, so I understand a bit of Spanish. I can survive. Then I'm trying to learn German, but it's very hard. So.
And what age did you start learning English in Italy?
I suppose first time was at 7, but then a little bit later.
Okay. Yeah. And what's your education background?
Okay. I did scientific studies, high school. Then I chose to start medical studies. And then it took me a while to finish the GP training in Italy. I thought that was the only job I could do. So I did that for a while, and then I felt like it was no more, or not only what I was born for. And then now I consider myself a person who likes to help people, but in other ways. So I did a bit of trainings of complementary medical alternative stuff and coaching school. Most of the times when you study medicine, you want to find out something either about yourself or how to cure somebody else's life. Most of the times you want to save someone. So I started to try to save myself, and then I wanted to save or solve the life of my sister, then my mother, then my father, then everybody else's. And then once I found joy in myself and that not necessarily need to save anyone. Mi piace molto questa mia maglietta che ho comprato una decina di anni fa alla Marcia per la Pace, Perugia, Assisi. Va bene? O scignunne aiutane un po' tutti che in te tutti che siamo incaniatri. Che è come una preghiera, è come qualcosa che ti preghi perché ti vuoi che o scignun ti aiuti.